Check, check, check. There we go. Is that supposed to happen? Oh, there we go. Okay. Thanks, Trunk Monkey. I normally don't use regular OBS, so I just want to make sure I've got it all set up correctly. I normally just use this app to record, so I figured I'd just try to stream from it. So CD doesn't work yet. I loaded a couple up just to try it, and there's nothing here yet. It's not accepting that stuff right now. What do I want to play? I want to play Battlesphere, but I have no idea how to play it yet. I got to look up on the manual and everything before I try it. Can try Doom, I guess. Let me know if the audio is too loud, too soft, if I'm too loud or too soft, etc. Please. I have never played Doom on the Jag. Okay. Oh, shit. Alright. That's fire. Do I have a strafe button? There we go. Oh my gosh. So before I start, I'm using a custom joystick that was made for me a long, long time ago. And it's a really good joystick. It's based off the Pro Controller, actually, so it's 6-button with the 2 shoulder buttons even on it. But the problem is the guy that made it with one fatal flaw that I'm trying to figure out a way to fix by putting some kind of cover over them. But the start and the select buttons are right underneath the joystick on the left side. So my left hand, when I'm using the joystick, hits the damn pause button all the time. So if you see pauses all the time, that's why. It's not me pausing the game to do whatever. It's because he put the start buttons in the very worst place possible. So just letting you know. Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. Okay. So I assume this is use... Oh. So this port was actually done by id Software, too. This is John Carmack and those guys. It's considered one of the best ports, actually. I'm kind of a Doom purist, though. So I never played it on consoles, really. I was always a PC guy for this stuff. That's weird. Oh, this is going to be tough to play. And I missed it. I did not like the new Doom or Doom Eternal because they made him into essentially a super Meat Boy. It was all about pulling off these crazy stunts and super fast action and everything else, and that's not the way I play Doom or Quake. I am one of the biggest Quake and Quake 3 Arena fans out there, and I just did not like these. There were a lot of things to like about it, character design, etc., but the game itself did not do it for me. Okay. What the hell? What the hell? I should be able to put that down. Huh. Weird. Okay. Whoop. This is hard to play with a joystick. But for me, it'd be even harder to play with a joypad, so... Or a D-pad. Yeah, I have both of the new Dooms, and I gave them a lot of tries, and I just didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy the game style that they're pushing on everybody now. I am much more about the old Doom and the classic Quake. I do like Doom 3, though. especially because the console version already has the duct tape mod in it, so your flashlight will stay with you all the time. It is funny how a lot of people complain about this game because there's no music, and I always used to turn off the music in this game. This is really good. Okay, so the shoulder buttons don't work. Oh, they changed. Oh, shit. That was stupid. How do I change back? The biggest problem with this controller also is that I don't have a number pad on this, and some of the games actually require the number pad. So sometimes I can plug a regular Atari Jaguar controller into the 2-player port, and that number pad will work then, which I haven't done here. I totally forgot. But I think this game uses the number pad to change weapons up and down. I don't know how I changed it here, though. It's weird. Yeah, no idea. Huh? Well, this is a really well done multi-card so far. I really like this. It's very no nonsense. Pretty easy to get everything running on it so far too. I didn't really have any problems at all, except for the ROM set I grabbed was kind of weird. Like there were a few games that just didn't work too well, but they were really easily. That was an easy thing to overcome. Double Dragon 5 is awful. Dragon's not great. You want to see a really bad game? This is from one of the original designers on Virtua Fighter. I think his name was Francois Bertrand, I believe. I've met him. He actually demoed this game for me at CES. I'd say probably back in 93 or 94. And this is Atari's answer to Virtua Fighter. And the funny thing is, there's a beta out there that I need to find. It was like a CES build that runs way better. But by the time the game came out, it's not good. I'll show you. The other cool thing, Atari-wise, it's crazy. It's like Atari week for me. For the Mr. FPGA, the guy that did the GBA core out of the blue, which is fantastic because it plays all the Game Boy and Game Boy Color stuff too. Just brought out an Atari Lynx core, which is perfect for me because I can't play the Lynx anymore because of my hand. I can't do a D-pad anymore. So I really wanted like an Atari Lynx core and like a Neo Geo Pocket core, maybe a Pocket Color core. So yeah, I've got all the Atari Lynx stuff that I set up yesterday too, besides this. So it was like an Atari Super Day yesterday at this house. Although this was today because I had to wait for my SD card writer. So again, this is, I think he was like the designer on Virtua Fighter, I think, at AM2 for the original arcade version. And I don't know if he worked on any of the home ports, but he came over to Atari to do this game, and it's not very good. Okay. How do I start? Oh! I don't know what the buttons are. I don't know. Oh, okay, so that's... I don't know if this version has all the good lighting or not. There's actually some pretty decent lighting on it. But I can't remember if it's still in this game or if it was only in that CES build. Come on. Yeah. And originally, like, the CES build that we played was much better than this. Still wasn't great. But it's texture mapped, which Virtua Fighter wasn't. Frame rate is pretty smooth, but it's just not very good. But it's consistent. The moveset's kind of a mess, though. But it uses the same amount of buttons that Virtua Fighter does. I thought that was block. Whoop. Sorry. Paused. But it's got blood like Mortal Kombat. Yeah, that's what it essentially was, too. It was... I don't know what the exact reason was, if they didn't pay for it or whatever, but... I mean, that's the funny part. There is a better build of this game out there that I should go out and find. I do have the CES build of Ultra Vortec, which actually is pretty much... It's better in some ways. And Ultra Vortec never really gets its due, but I think it's probably the best fighting game on the system, honestly. Because Kasumi Ninja is an absolute pile of shit. And this game it's passable, but it's not that great. I have no idea how to pull off any moves. Listen to that mob music. Man. This guy's taking forever to knock out. Ah, damn it. Thank you. Jeez.
Round 2.
Kasumi Ninja, I mean, I've got a pretty funny story about it. When we saw it at CES, I would say in 93, 94, it was one of those two. I think it was winter. Because for some reason, I remember it being in Vegas. They had, like, he was either the game director or the producer or something that worked on Kasumi Ninja. And he was kind of a little pudgy guy, and he walked around with the headband that was packaged in with the game eventually. And he was playing other people in the game at CES, and he was just obliterating them because it's an unplayable game. It's just terrible. But the dude had such an attitude, and he's trying to sell the game to people, and CES is much more of an industry event than E3 ever was. So there's all these reps from all these different companies and whatnot, and he's just beating the shit out of everybody, and he's a total douchebag about it. And my buddy Rock and I were there, and we're just like, who is this guy? Like, he was doing everything wrong that you would possibly do. Come on. Man, this is terrible. Yeah, I mean, there are a couple of games on the Jag that are fantastic, in my opinion. obviously Tempest 2000, and I have the rotary controller for it. Rayman is really, really well done on the Jaguar, for better or worse. I mean, it's an incredibly tough game, but the first Rayman is fantastic on the Jag. Protector SE is pretty good, and I think it's a better Defender game than Defender 2000. Defender 2000, your ship is just way too big. I always forget the name of it, but there's a space combat game that actually I don't think ever got licensed, but it's amazing for the time. It's a polygonal space combat game, and I have it on here. I'm just afraid to play it on stream, but it's fantastic. And it's so damned expensive, though. Battlesphere, yeah. I've never played it. I've only watched it played. They networked it all up at MGC a few years ago. But it's so damned expensive because they only made a certain amount. Like, I don't even know if they made 1,000. This game had so much promise, though. I think it looks really good. It's textured, etc. The frame rate's pretty solid. But this gameplay is just so boring. I'm pretty sure it'll run on Game Drive. I think the only thing that won't run on Game Drive right now is CD stuff still, because he hasn't released that firmware yet. Because he's having problems with a couple of games. We can try it next. I have it on here. Wish I knew some moves in this. Oh. Ah. There we go. I pulled off a move. Whoops. Damn it. I love this joystick, but my God, the placement of the start button on this thing is just terrible. Thank you. Oh, there we go. Someone in the Jag Discord told me they have something in the game drive to prevent it because the deads are assholes. I doubt it. I mean, so there was an independent dev that was bitching about the game drive, not even that long ago, maybe a week ago, if that, that was bitching about it because it's taking money away from them, et cetera, et cetera. But these games, it's not a new game. You know, like, it's not like you're taking money out of their pocket. I'm sorry, but here, let's try it. So far, so good. Ever played Tempest 4000 on PS4? Yeah, I was actually supposed to review it, and then I never got around to it because I got busy with something. It's good. It's really good. It's better than Tempest 3000 on the new one. That game is way too busy on the new one. All right, well, so far so good here. Looks like it's working. Set up menus. That was the thing about this game drive is, I mean, I own a good amount of Jag games. Just over the years, I've accumulated them. Oh, okay. Where's the middle one? Pickle? What the hell's pickle? But I've always wanted this game, and my God, it's just so damned expensive. And it's not like the developers are making money off of it nowadays, because I think they're not selling it anymore. It's all secondary market now, I believe. Oh, well, let's see this. Yeah. And I'm just not willing to pay that for a Jaguar game, number one. I think this is just like a demo mode. Oh! There we go. And that's the thing. I mean, I've been collecting a lot of games for a long time, but I've been getting rid of a few now. I just got rid of all my Neo Geo stuff because the Mr. FPGA does Neo Geo so well. And I mean, I have that gold system since they came out in the US. But I'm probably going to sell my Jag games now that I have this, because I just care more about convenience. I've completely lost my ambitions to collect anything anymore, except I'd still like to eventually finish my TurboGrafx 16 US collection, but I might even sell all that. I did pretty well in the Neo Geo stuff, and it was good because I had lost my job. I was out of work for, I think, 16 months, so that helped. But I've got a couple of Jag games that are going pretty expensive, like Power Drive Rally, and I've got Rayman, some other stuff. But that's not the only reason. I mean, I really got this game drive for convenience, but also to play a game like this, or to play like Highlander on CD and try it out. Stuff like that, but more for convenience because I'm not going to play the Jag that much. I maybe pull this thing out twice a year. This game is impressive, though. For what this system can handle, this is an impressive game. Oh, that didn't take long. But it's nice reclaiming some space, because getting rid of that Neo Geo gave me a lot more space back in my game closet. Let's watch one more match. Oh, here's the sperm ship. So you can go back to your Jaguar channel and tell them all they're full of shit. It works fine on here. Pretty good music, too. I don't know if I'd leave it on all the time, but it's not bad. I'll play Cybermorph next. I'm sure it's just like this, right? Imagine my disappointment when... And I don't know how it happened. I met somebody at CES from Atari, and I ended up talking to them for a while. And back then, I was testing on... I was doing external localization testing on a lot of Super Nintendo and Genesis games. And I was an internal tester for TurboGrafx at the time for Turbo Technologies. And I was joking around with this lady, like, oh yeah, you guys got to send me a Jag so I can test some Jag games when they come out. Out of the blue, a Jaguar showed up at my front door. And it wasn't out yet because I remember plugging it in with the composite cable that came with it, and I was like, oh, this is awful. And I wanted an S-Video cable really bad, and I couldn't get one for like 3 weeks because the system wasn't out yet. But they'd sent me, you know, a retail package Jaguar, so it had Cybermorph in the box, and then they sent me copies of Raiden and Trevor McFur. And Trevor McFur, it's not a bad game. It looks good, but there's no music. It's really stiff controls. It is what it is. But that was my first impression of the home, like actually having a Jaguar at home, which wasn't great. I'll boot Trevor McFur up after this just to show people that are watching the stream. It's not a bad looking game by any means. They did the SGI technique like Donkey Kong Country, but there's no music, which makes no sense. This is running really well, man. It's too bad these folks weren't able to do more games. Yeah. I can tell you a lot of games that are worse than Trevor McFur, though. A lot on the Jag. I mean, there's only, I think total with CDs, it's under 100 games in the catalog. I think it's like 73? Can't remember. Oh, God, Club Drive is terrible. Checkered Flag, awful. VidGrid, who cares? Alright, let's boot up. Let's try Trevor McFur for the other people on the stream. I'm not going to play much of it. I didn't think it was that bad, though, when I first played it. So I'm trying to talk... I forget his name right now because it's late in the day for me. Jason Kingsley from Rebellion Software. He's like the president of Rebellion. I'm trying to talk him into coming on the podcast and talking about some stuff for the old Jag and maybe talk about Checkered Flag, because I put a quick video up a few months ago just showing people how bad Checkered Flag is. Because, I mean, I was psyched for that game. You saw screenshots and I was like, holy shit, this looks like Virtua Racing, which is one of my all-time favorite games. I mean, the Nintendo Switch version of Virtua Racing, I play it all the time. It's all I play on the Switch, except for this Neo Geo Pocket Color stuff now. But I'm trying to talk him into maybe coming on and talking about it, because I think it's been long enough that if he wants to say something negative about it, he can get away with it. But we'll see. All right. Here you go, folks. Bask in the glory of Trevor McFur in the Crescent Galaxy. Oh, I did too. I was all over Checkered Flag. And that's one of the most disappointing games I've ever bought in my life. I returned it, and then I actually rebought it about maybe 1 or 2 years ago because I forgot how bad it was. Now this is great. This has music in the menu. Nothing in the game, though. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah. A button, bomb, shot, special. Okay. Okay. Bubsy's so bad. The problem is, a lot of those games were only using the 68,000 processor. Because a lot of devs saw that and said, oh, fuck it, we'll just do that because it makes it a lot easier than this ridiculous architecture in the Jaguar. So that's all they would do. It was a glorified Genesis. Ah! Okay. Holy shit. Oh boy. Whoa, dude. Oh my gosh, what a hit detection too. And then the power-ups go to the right. Oh my gosh. Ooh, design this piece of shit. I went through this whole game when it came out too. Because all I had was Cybermorph and this at the time. Oh shit. the way these things break apart. Not good. Your power-ups go off the screen so fast. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God. Why does everything have to break into smaller parts, like asteroids? It's funny, I own this cart, and this is probably still the first time I've played this game in 10 years. And that's being generous. Smart bomb. Oh, shit. What the? Wow. Wow. 736K. Oh, shit. What sound design? Oh my gosh. Ah. I just want to beat this boss. Holy shit. Am I just hitting the wrong spot? There's like no feedback if you're hitting in the right spot or not. Oh, this is terrible. Hey, Boof, what's up? Oh, there are limited continues. Okay. And then there's music again. Terrible music, but music nonetheless. All right. So I really like Brutal Sports Football. I always have. AVP is still a great game, even with all of its foibles and everything, no music, etc., which it shouldn't have music. I just put a video up on YouTube of Atari carts. First time I ever played it was like an hour ago. And it was promising, but how everything is so flat is really screwy. And I actually broke the game, essentially. I bumped into this flat piece of rock that was in the middle of the track, and no matter what I did, I couldn't turn to get away from it, and there's no reverse. So I was just stuck against this rock, and there was nothing I could do. I enjoyed winning through elimination. The other team. I've always really liked Brutal Sports Football. It's not the greatest game from a technical aspect, but it's fun. Cutting guys' heads off and everything else, and their bodies just lay on the ground the whole time. They don't disappear. Nothing. It's a fun game, though. It's a European game, you can tell, but Bubsy, terrible. Cannon Fodder is actually pretty fun. It's pretty good on the Jag, too. Checkered Flag, awful. Club Drive, terrible. Cybermorph, go F yourself. Defender 2000, promising, but the ship is way too big. Doom, we just watched. Double Dragon 5 is just an awful fighting game on any platform. Dragon's not bad, but it doesn't really know what it wants to be. Pigskin football. Oh, Pigskin Footbrawl in the arcade, yeah. Evolution Dino Dudes is actually a fun puzzle type game. Fever Pitch Soccer is actually good. I just don't like soccer. Fight for Life we just saw. Flashback, I've never liked these games. Flip Out, F that. Hover Strike I actually like. I own this cart, and I actually like it. It's not great, but I like it. The CD is actually pretty good, too, because it's got a better soundtrack, but it doesn't work on... Well, none of the CDs work on this thing yet, but that's one of the games he's having a problem with is Power Strike, getting it to work. I've never played, and there's a Jaguar lovers group on Facebook, all the rose-colored glasses wearing folks. They love this game, and every video I've ever watched, I think it looks terrible. Sensible Soccer is really good. Iron Soldier I love, but I can't play it with the joystick because you have to be able to use the number pad. Oh, I need to get rid of that off the card. Kasumi Ninja. Missile Command 3D, the game made for the VR headset that I've actually used once. NBA Jam's really good. I might play that, actually. Pinball Fantasies, for anybody that's listened to the podcast for however long, Stuart actually worked on Pinball Fantasies for the Jag. It's one of the first games Stuart worked on. Pitfall, better than the 32X version because they have a problem on the 32X where it doesn't scroll background tiles well or something like that. I would say, yeah, NBA Jam is TE on the Jag is probably the best home version. The 32X version actually isn't bad. I used to scoff at it all the time, but it actually isn't bad. But the Jag version is really good. Power Drive Rally is good, but I am terrible at overhead racers now. Protector SE is, I think, kind of a homebrew game. It's a Defender-type game. And Saturn looks better, but the game lengths are too long. I don't think I agree with you that the Saturn version looks better. Honestly, I think they look pretty similar. I like Raiden on this system. I think it's really good. It's not perfect, but it's really good. Ruiner Pinball, terrible. I was so looking forward to that game, and the zoom feature gets you sick almost. Super Burnout's fantastic. It's one of the best. It's one of the best 5 best games on the system. Incredibly smooth scrolling, good controls. It's really good. Supercross 3D, one of the worst games, not only in the Jaguar but in history. Syndicate's good, but not my type of game. Tempest 2000 is my favorite game. Theme Park, it's good. Towers 2, interesting first-person RPG dungeon crawler type game. I've never played it. I've only seen videos of it. Aikman Football, not great. Ultra Vortec, I like. It's not great, but I like it. Made by a really small team, I want to say in Colorado or Utah. Another attempt at Mortal Kombat. I like it, though. I think it's got some charm. Valdez Skiing is actually pretty good. I like this game. White Man Can't Jump, awful, from High Voltage Software down in Champaign, Illinois. The reason that everyone bought it, though, is because it came packaged with the 4-player tap. So you could play NBA Jam in 4-player. And I do have 4 controllers. But the game itself, White Man Can't Jump, awful. Awful game. Wolfenstein is fantastic. This is another one of the top 5 on the Jag, in my opinion. Worms is very good. 05 never played. Zul 2, terrible. Zoop, terrible. Let's do NBA Jam. We'll see how bad I am with the joystick here. We'll see how many times I accidentally pause the game. I would do Tempest off this Jag game drive, but you have to activate the rotary controller, you have to put a code in the name entry screen, and I don't feel like playing through it without the wheel right now. Or something. You have to put something in to get the rotary controller working. I just don't remember what all it is. I'd have to look it up again because it's saved on my cart for years now. My Jag CD works, but not well. I just had it hooked up a couple weeks ago. And I had a really hard time with it. Oh, High Voltage. Now, can I turn the music off? Turn that computer assistance off. Shoot is over here. Turbo pass. Okay. Special features. Oh. Cool. And of course I can't turn the music off. I am a Charlotte man in this game. Because Alonzo Mourning kicks ass. And of course Johnson. And Muggsy Bogues!
Tonight's matchup, Hornets versus Nets.
Yeah, the problem is my joystick doesn't have a number pad. So... Am I playing? Oh, okay, I am playing. Okay. Jeez.
Count it. Morning.
So I got really good at this game because I tested the SNES version for Acclaim. And I got really good at NBA Jam. But that was years ago. Whoop.
Morning. Take that. No good. For two.
There we go. Jeez.
Morning. Heating up. Head fake. Rejected. From the outside. Grab the rebound. Boom.
Muggsy Bogues!
Morning. 1 minute to go. Heating up.
Nice. Popped 3. Oh, this joystick layout sucks.
Intercepted.
Fuck.
Hello. Hello. Slim.
Greedy. Just want to look at your comments. Yeah, and the number pad, sometimes it works if I plug it into the second port for the game I'm playing, but not all the time. And I wanted to look into a way to maybe do a new joystick with the innards of this one and incorporate the numpad somehow, but I haven't found anybody that can do it yet, and I can't do it. Shit.
For two from downtown.
Whoops. Shit. Ah. Oh. All right. Press A to select. Your C to swap. Oh. Okay, so I'm not swapping, even though I use C.
Anderson.
Whoop!
Is it the shoes?
Accidental pause. Oh my god.
For two. Quick.
Then I turned the computer assistance off.
Hello. Slim.
Holy shit!
Quick. Jams it in.
Are there any RPG? Yeah, Towers 2, I think it's called.
Anderson.
Get out of my way! Fucker.
Jams it in.
And I've never played it, but that's just about it.
Boom shakalaka.
They never really got a foothold on this console
Morning. Fantastic.
to start making other genres.
For two. Grab the rebound.
Come on, Bugsy.
Boom shakalaka.
parking lot.
1 minute to go.
Oh, Muggsy.
Head fake. Anderson.
It's all right.
Lays it up. Heating up. Head fake.
Wow.
For two. Switch.
I'm just getting cherry picked here.
Head fake.
Yeah, I'm too damaged. So when you get hit too many times, you get damage. And since I didn't switch any players at the corner. Whoop.
From downtown.
Come on, Muggsy.
Hello.
Son of a bitch. I really like Iron Soldier 1 and 2. I think they're really good. They're slow, but I really always liked them. Yeah, see how it says injured 15? That's why I was sucking so bad. Larry Johnson.
Johnson. Jams it in.
Oh, damn it. I knew there was a way to do that.
Hello. Boom shakalaka. Hello.
Oh my gosh.
Hello. Slams it.
There we go. Come on, Muggsy, get the ball.
For two. Heating up.
Wrong two.
Coleman. No good. Launches a
Oh
shot.
shit.
No
I told
good.
him to shoot accidentally.
Hello. Boom shakalaka.
Ugh.
Johnson. Great
There
shot.
we go. Damn it. This fucking stick.
Lays it up. Dazzle, dazzle. No way.
Oh.
Hello. Boom shakalaka. Is it the shoes?
It is the shoes.
Hello. Boom shakalaka.
Damn it. So if you weren't around when I started,
Heating
the
up.
stick I have, the start button is strategically placed right underneath the stick.
Johnson lays it
So
up.
my hand hits it all the time by
Dazzle.
accident. I don't know what the guy was thinking that made it. Oh, fuck.
Head fake. Grabs the rebound. Boom shakalaka. Hello.
Ah, damn it.
No good.
I'm losing my ass now. Well, cool. Yeah, when I was testing the SNES version of this game, of NBA Jam, Rock was in college and he had three other roommates. So I took the build down to their place in Milwaukee, and we played it like for 3 days straight. Like we would have food delivered or whatever. Somebody would go pick up food, but we probably slept maybe 4 hours a night, and we just kept playing and playing. We got so good at the SNES version of this game. And the funny thing is, it wasn't a finished build yet. So anytime anything ever happened with a voice cue, you would just get Tim Kitzrow saying intercepted all the time. That was the only voice in the build I had. So after 3 days, nonstop, of hearing intercepted, 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 it got really old after a while. So let's see here. So somebody was asking about RPG. I'm not going to play it today because I think it's really involved. I think it was called Towers 2, wasn't it? Yeah. I'll just launch it. I've never played this game. But this was like a 3D RPG. Oh boy. Jaguar. Sure. I do like that this Jag GD actually supports game saves too. It'll save everything right there. Oh yeah, Rayman's amazing on the Jag. It actually is the first version of Rayman. Okay, so how do I move? There we go. So you have to hold a button down to move. Oh my gosh. Oh, here we go. Okay, so if I hit C, it goes into like a walk mode. Wonder if this is a trigger if you walk over it. They needed a cheap artist, so they had their kids do it. It's not running bad, though. It's almost a little bit too fast for what you expect in this thing. My expectations are pretty much set by the terrible 3D stuff in Kasumi Ninja. Door is locked. Alright, that's enough of that shit. So there's the answer to are there any RPGs? That's it. Where did you learn to fly? Let's play some Super Burnout. I love this game. Some Final Beam energy in the face. Oh, Puppers woke up with a big yawn. I don't know how this is going to look on the stream because it's, you know, a racing game. But this is a really good game. Not perfect by any means, but really good.
Ready, set, go!
Let's see how far I can go without pausing it. Ah! Or I'll just wipe out in the first corner. First pause. that hills. Shit. Let's hold the brake. Pick the wrong track to start. Whoa! Start with. I think I usually
Best
race
time.
Belgium first. Usually.
3 laps to
Oh
go.
shit. Same place I wiped out before. Sorry I'm sucking so bad. I haven't played these games in a long time. Holy crap. Shit. I'm actually running this on a RetroTank 2X SCART. And I love it. I get so much better in terms of results from this than I do from the OSSE, by far.
Best time. 2 laps to go.
God dang it, every time! Oh, nighttime, headlights on. I just got lapped. That's embarrassing. Shit. I do not know when the 5X is going to release. I did hear today, though, that it's in manufacturing, so it's getting close. And I'm really excited. I love the tank.
Final lap.
I have the original RetroTank 2X, I've got the Pro, and I've got the SCART. And I really like all of them. I'm actually using the original for my Laserdisc player now. Since all I get out of that is S-Video. Every time, Glenn. Not my best race.
Best time.
Huh. Yeah, it's one of the only consoles, and I'm not kidding, it's one of the only consoles that I don't have is the Atari 7800, nor have I ever played on one. I'm really hoping that somebody someday does a core for the Mr. FPGA, but nobody has yet. I'd like to try it. I just don't want to buy one. Isn't there a Belgium course? Maybe not. Huh. I thought there was. I own like over 70 platforms.
Ready?
Or consoles, not platforms.
Set,
I have multiples
go!
of some platforms. But I've got a ton of consoles. Damn it. Including the Bandai Pippin and the Emerson Arcadia and the Valley Multicade, Supercade, something like that. Odyssey 2, TI-99 4A, which is more of a computer than a Valley Astrocade, yeah. I've got one of those. Yeah, CDI, 3DO, etc., etc.
Best time.
Damn it.
3 laps to go.
I'll have to start a pool sometime for unintentional pauses during a race or during something. Super cassette vision. Wow. I've only ever seen one of those once. Years and years and years ago, when I was in grade school, my family drove down to New Mexico to see my stepbrother and the family.
2 laps to go.
And they bought me a little, like, it was almost like a Game & Watch type device called Epoch Man. And it was a cheap ripoff of Pac-Man. And I had it for years, and I can't find it now. I don't know what ever happened to it. I'm sure Mom threw it away or gave it to one of my nephews or something, like she did with everything else I had. She gave all my Transformers to my nephews, and they all broke them. Thanks, Mom. I only had the original Optimus Prime, and thanks, Mom. I had the big Robotech jet. It's badass.
Final lap.
How is this a high-speed track when you've got curves like that? Come on. I wish these guys would have released their 3D engine to other devs. So my first console was the Fairchild Channel F. My dad bought it for me out of the blue. I think it was To Buy My Love, because that was after they got divorced. We played it so much that it broke. Then he bought me a 2600. I have like 7 of them now. And they're all in a case. And I've got like, I think 3 5200s. I have a lot of stuff put away. I actually melted my Asteroids cartridge for 2600. I played it all night one night. My dad went to bed and I was still playing it. And he got up and I was still playing it. I mean, let's try Tempest, I guess. Let me Google really quick. Activate rotary controller. There's a code you have to put in. On the option screen, press the pause button on both controllers. Oh, I'm not going to dig out controllers. Actually, I think I'm going to stop for now, guys, because it's almost dinner time and I got to make something. But I will definitely stream more of this as we go on. This was a fun first attempt, though. I'll try Aikman NFL football next, probably, even though I know it's terrible. But most of these games are terrible, let's be honest. 05 I want to try, though. I've never played that game. Oh, there's another one that I remember seeing at CES that I think was made available. I just have to figure out what the hell it was. I'll have to go back and look at all my tapes. So if you want, throw us a follow or a subscription if you have Prime. You can use that free subscription for us, you know. But I got a lot more. They just released, or they're releasing a bunch of Neo Geo Pocket games, or Neo Geo Pocket Color games for the Switch soon, and I have them. And I got permission today to stream them, because I know a couple of them are available now, but I have some that I have to be really careful because 2 of them haven't been announced yet. But it's a really good package that's coming out, and the emulation's fantastic. So I got permission to stream those, so I'll probably do that soon. But Neo Geo Pocket Color is a lot of fun. It's a fun little console. I have 2 of them, so. But thanks very much for hanging out. I'll definitely stream more of this. I just need to get my hands around some of the games on here and try them out a little bit. But thanks very much for hanging out. This was a lot of fun. This was cool. Take it easy. I got to go make dinner.